Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and welcome. Let's enjoy the game of the round number 1 FIDE candidates tournament. White is Fabiano Caruana and black is Hikaru Nakamura, and Fabiano Caruana is going to beat Hikaru Nakamura. That's a great message to everybody who is supporting Fabiano, because lots of people believe that this guy still deserves a chance to be world chess champion, and who knows, because the winner of this tournament has a chance to be world chess champion, and who knows, as I told you, maybe Fabiano Caruana is going for this dream. Okay, now we are watching nearly imbalanced position because black is happy owner of 2 bishops. Yes, at the other side, he is unhappy owner of bad pawn formation, and now it's up to white if he will be able to attack black weaknesses. E5 pawn is a weak pawn, maybe double pawn c7 and c6 is another weakness, and the b7 pawn is another weak pawn. So just remember that weakness is weak only if you are able to attack this weakness. And after bishop to e6, short castle, bishop to d6, and knight b3, white is going to attack b7 pawn. Another plan is how to attack e5 pawn, and theory will tell you that white should play b3, then he is playing bishop to b2 and maybe knight c4. Yes, of course, black will play move f6, and this is the best defense of his weakness. At the other side, this position is blocked, is locked, and I have the feeling that 2 bishops are not important here, and black is a little bit more passive. But maybe this position is not such an interesting position to Fabio Caruana, because he was playing something else and he played knight b3. Maybe the idea is to play bishop to e3, and who knows, if he got chance, one of his pieces will go to c5, but black played queen to e7, and immediately there is no hope to place one of white's pieces on c5. Never mind, Fabio played knight a5, and he's going to attack b7 pawn. b7 pawn is a weak pawn, and as I told you, is a good plan, is a good idea to attack your opponent weaknesses, because if you are able to attack your opponent weaknesses, at the end they are weak. So now black played rook b8, and that's a nice story. You know, even black is happy owner of 2 bishops, black is terrible passive. You know, I can't see any counterplay, counter-attack, and white is enjoying nice position. Maybe bishop to g5 is the best move, as you will see Fabio Caruana played. Knight c4 is another option. Sooner or later, maybe b3 and knight c4, of course. But Fabiano played bishop to g5, and after moves h6 and g5, this position is really important. It's a double edge and it's nice. So what to say about this position? It's important, bishop on g3, and that's exactly what's going on. This bishop is locked, is blocked, is behind black's pawn walls, and if white will not be able to break this wall, and if white will not be able to free this bishop, he will face a big problem. But at the other side, if this bishop will be back in the game, black will face problems because of too many weaknesses, and you know, too many weak pawns and too many weak squares. And this is exactly what's going on. This is the most important time of the game. If white will be able to improve this bishop, he is playing for a huge advantage, and he did. He played a nice move d4, and it was not such a hard job to find something. That's exactly the best way to play in the center. Just remember that nearly almost the play in the center is the best plan and the strongest moves. Okay, so f6 happened, and now queen to d3, h5. Now maybe we are shaking. What's happened with this bishop on g3? Only one move and he is lost. h4 is on the air, but now white took immediately on e5, and I'm happy to see this position, because from now till end Fabiano is playing for win. He was able to free his bishop, and he is happy. Now black took by knight. Maybe stronger is to take back by knight, and now queen to c3, because white is attacking immediately c5. Okay, e5 weakness. But Fabiano is playing simple chess and he took this knight by a bishop. Okay, he know that this bishop is bad bishop, and if he if he don't believe in his future, it's okay to exchange this piece. So okay, black took by f pawn. Knight c4, as we understand that this knight is coming back to c4, is going to attack pawn on e5, at least bishop on d6. Just remember that still black has got two bishops, and nearly in every endgame, two bishops advantage is a big advantage. So after rook d8, he's taking immediately this bishop, and of course now he came to e3. He's going to attack g5 pawn, that's one weakness, and of course at the other side he's attacking a7 pawn. So that's what I'm calling weaknesses and why black is facing problems. Maybe black is nearly lost. Okay, if black is playing with me, he's okay, but if black is playing against Fabio Caruana, that's a tough position, and I don't believe that black has any chances to survive. So g4 happened, knight d4, knight d2, and a6. Of course, black is not happy to lose a pawn. Now b3 and short castle. Short castle is a huge mistake, and maybe I will tell you why. Of course, I will tell you why this is a mistake. You know, there is too many weaknesses, so weak pawns, weak squares, and extra after this move is a weak king. So too many weaknesses, not two, not three, but more than four, and that's exactly nice position and a simple position for white. Now it's interesting to see how Fabiano is playing for win, and without any mercy he is winning this game. So f3, it's important to open the position. That's of course good, and yes, if black is taking on f3, he is losing sooner or later. This pawn is lost sooner or later, and other weaknesses are here. Plus, this is a weak piece. I don't see any hope that black will survive. For this reason, okay, black hopefully understand that something went wrong and he came to g7. White is opening position, and now he played rook d1. As you know, too many weaknesses, and now black has to save his weaknesses. Plus, he will have a big trouble to save his king. And after d5, that's maybe another bad move, because black is not ready to open position. Black has to sit and wait and to defend everything what he could defend. And if he will not be able to defend, he is losing. So even here, I don't believe it's time to be active. You know, every active move is making new weaknesses and new problems. So, okay, white is taking on d5, and now rook e1, pawn on e5 is under fire, so e4 makes sense, and white is going to exchange one pair of rook c4, and, you know, move by move, and I have the feeling that black is losing. Black position is falling deeper and deeper to bigger and bigger problems, and it's hard to believe that black will survive. So yes, simple chess are sometimes the best chess, and after rook e8, another exchange, and just go with me. b7 is weak, e4 is weak, g4 is weak, and if black will do his best to save his pawns, he will has to go back, because black king is another weakness. Knight f1, it's nice because it's good to block this passed pawn, and every times knight who is blocking passed pawn is a good knight, so that's a typical move. Now, of course, black need to be careful, because if he's not careful, he's checkmated, so he's coming back. Now white is not interesting for a queen exchanging, so okay, he's playing some interesting moves, and after move g3, I think that yes, it's still good to watch this game till end, but it's nice to understand that only white is playing for the victory, and black know that he lost this game, but maybe it's too early to resign. So maybe stronger was playing now rook f1, and knight f5 is a winning position. Knight is absolutely monster, and queen is doing great job on d6, and rook on f1. It's another strong piece. So that's a winning position number one, but don't blame Fabiano that he missed this position, because he know that he is winning and he took immediately on g3. Okay, he will play two simple moves, and now rook f1. So we are in the same position. After knight f5, it's nothing to play, and black is losing. Everything happened after move h6 and g5, and somewhere there black missed his chances, and white is playing only for victory. So queen g7, another chance for queen exchange. Black understand that white is not happy. Maybe queen d6 is a stronger option, and knight f5. Every time when knight is going to f5, that's nearly game over. But Fabiano played something else, but doesn't matter, still he is winning. So queen h7 check, queen h4, bishop to d7. Now rook d1, bishop to e6, knight d5. To exchange this knight is a danger for another threat, rook g5. So that's a bad position, and mainly not because of pawns now, but this position is bad for black because of weak king, and that's what's going on. This king is terribly weak, and even there are not many pieces, still white's got enough army to win this game. So after knight d5, rook f8, one pawn is down, and the last mistakes happen here, because rook e1, rook d8, check on e7, now knight f5. And as you remember, I told you that once knight will be on f5, that's game over. Now rook f1, check on h6, check on g4, and black resign. Why? Okay, just saw this variation one more time. So knight f5, rook f1, and the variation is waiting for us here. So is it check on g4, now knight on f5, and what to play? If he's going to f7, there is a check and queen is gone. And another chance is to go to h7, is a check, and there is one extra rook. And of course, everything is because of this nice knight on f5 and huge weak black king. So well done to Fabiano Caruana, because he was able to outplay Hikaru Nakamura, and Hikaru Nakamura is not a weak chess player, so that's a great start to Fabiano, and finger crossed, and he will be able to beat another chess player this afternoon. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you saw some interesting moments of this game, and you saw interesting video. If yes, one more time, thank you very much in advance for every likes and follows, and I hope I will see you soon in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.